What's going on YouTube? Achilles here, and today I found this mono black skeleton deck that's really weird because it plays cards outside the skeleton package such as Rottenmouth Viper, Hopeless Nightmare, and Spiteful Hexmage, and it turns this into a hybrid skeleton Viper deck that just curves out correctly, and it looks like it's a good curve. It doesn't play Gissa or anything, so instead Rottenmouth Viper's that big boss monster you're going to go into. But anyway, let's get right into this list. We got 4 Forsaken Miner, 4 Hopeless Nightmare, 4 Spiteful Hexmage, 4 Tinybones Joins Up, 4 Tinybones, 4 Case of the Stash Skeleton, 3 Go for the Throat, 3 The Witch's Vanity, 4 Corpses of the Lost, 4 Rottenmouth Viper, 20 Swamps, and 2 copies of Mirrex. Let's get into these games. From the pile of bones, a Viper emerges. If this deck had its own lore, that would be it. Our opponent goes first, but this is a very nice curve. Too bad we weren't going first. Also always depends on what our opponent's playing, but in this scenario it would have been really good. So if this is their only creature they play, it'll be really good for us. Okay. It's kind of still okay, because at the end of the day, Emberheart is a bigger threat. We get rid of that. So now I have to use their 2 and or 3 mana to commit on this, or play another creature. I think we could beat him down, but hopefully we just stop drawing the lands. What's in their hand? So create a food. So this is the deal. I'm gonna swing for 2 and Go for the Throat up with Forsaken Miner on the another one on the board, because then the following turn I could go Corpses of the Lost and have a lot of cards on the field and just hit them all with that because they'll have haste. Because I'm scared to death of like the Monster's Rage, this and that. I want to just take away all the unnecessary damage. So are they gonna really do that? So I guess this is where I'm just gonna smack one of them. Interesting. I wonder what's in their hand. I'm like very curious right now. Why didn't they... Okay, they did it... Okay. I guess that makes sense. So we're gonna put a Wicked Roll on this. Make him a little more wicked. Corpses of the Lost will enter. And... we're gonna go for a big swing, and they don't know they have to discard a card yet with Tinybones Joins Up, so we're gonna see if this is... Okay, so it hits. We go Tinybones Joins Up now, making them lose one of those 2 cards in their hand. No way. Imagine if I did that. So right now, worst case scenario, I'm taking 5 without any spells because they could double strike both of their 1/1s, and that's 5. If they could... I'm trying to think. I think I'm okay. I mean, unless they have Monster's Rage, then it's over. Okay, so... Oh no, I'm down. That's exact. What a shame. Wait a minute. They messed up. Wait, why'd they do that? Oh my god. That is so funny. I technically should have lost that one, but our opponent is very upset right now. But honestly, I do feel for her opponent, because if that was me and if I did that, I'd feel so horrible. It's the worst feeling, misclicking on like this game. If it was real life, I mean, it's a little different. You can't really misclick. But in that scenario, it's a horrible feeling, especially when you know you were gonna win. So, what a shame. Alright, another mono red. Or it's Rakdos. Same thing. It's literally just the same thing at this point. So we get rid of Emberheart. We get to swing for a little damage ourselves, and we see what they do now. Another Emberheart. Heartfire. What's going on here with all these creatures? Another land for me. We got a food. I'm gonna go for this. Oh, I just played the wrong card. Whoops. You know, it's so funny. I thought this was this for a second. It's so bad. No one saw that. And if you did, you didn't. So we're going to put that on that. Just swing for 2. But, I mean, the good case in this scenario is, well, the good point... What am I even trying to say? I guess the good thing is I can block now. But who would I block? I guess I'd block the Heartfire, but... Yeah. Because they could just buff the Heartfire. So I'm going to do it this way. I have the best chance of getting rid of this right now. Plus it kind of absorbs a little damage, but I'm still in a really bad position. Oh yeah, it's way over. Not good. I don't think it matters though, because there's no way I could defend myself in this one. But the one thing is though, even if I went for corpses instead of the case, then either way, I would have swung, and then I would have gotten to that same amount of health or life, whatever, and I still would have died. So honestly, even if I'm mistaken the 2-drop as the 3-drop, it wouldn't have mattered. So going back to the first game where that guy messed up, it's a different situation because he could have prevented his own demise by choosing the right target to double strike, but me, it wouldn't have mattered. My fate was sealed in that last game, that's for sure. This one I have hope. Opponent goes first. I'm gonna keep this. Let's check it out. We go Tinybones Joins Up. Target our opponent. This is interesting. We're gonna go double Hopeless Nightmare now. Insanity. Oh, I heard you like Hopeless Nightmares. I see, it's one of these self-mill decks. In that case, I don't have to really worry about that many threats or counters, so I'm probably going to go for Rottenmouth Viper next turn. And if I could get this out quickly before they could do all their shenanigans and whatnot, probably the move. But wait a minute. If I do this now, I get 2... Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I could do both. Put that on that, and now I could get rid of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I can keep my Spiteful Hexmage this way. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, this will just keep the pressure coming on them. Oh, well, maybe I didn't need that other land. Whoops. Oh, well. But the fourth land could be good. So, we go for the corpses first. Just swing out. We now get the double Rottenmouth Viper effect. Get him down to 2. And we get it. So, that's why this deck is built this way. And that game definitely showcased why this deck is why it's the way it is. Because with the Spiteful Hexmage, you could play it for 1, and then it's like having 2 mana on the field for the Rottenmouth Viper, which is pretty obvious, but when you play it out, it's really nice because then you get an extra body out. And that was cool. I like that. The problem is, if in this build, if you don't draw the Rottenmouth Viper, it's kind of awkward when you have cards like Hexmage and all that, so it all just depend, but that game was probably the best example of why this deck was built this way. We get to go first, and I think this is horrible. Am I gonna keep it? I guess I am. I feel like I could get something worse. Let's try to dish out all the damage we can early. Now, Tinybones and friends. So, if I had to guess, they're playing Selesnya Rabbits? No, they're not. Excuse me. What the heck is this? Interesting. So we're going to Hopeless Nightmare them first, and if they discard something of value, I could use it with Tinybones. I'm not going to use that. Get them to 10. So if they curve out a creature or something that they want Innkeeper's Talon, I could go for the Throat It. And then I can get them to 5. Hopefully draw something that's... Okay, again, I wonder what the game plan is for our opponent. Okay, we get our 4th land, so we could Mirrex worst case scenario. Swing for 5. We'll cut down, it's fine. Yeah, this is where we got a Mirrex. We just gotta keep hitting him. Ooh, this actually might be game right now. Because we swing for 4. Gav got lost, which is probably not game now, but those map tokens are going to be useful. Card. And we get it. Oh yeah. Oh, it's my card. Great. Too bad, what's that card? That rotated out. Did it rotate out? The one with Hideaway, and you would do it on a 6-drop, and it would, oh yeah, I think that was in Capenna, and that rotated. I was gonna say that would be good with that, but fortunately, it's gone. I'm gonna keep it. I hate keeping a 2-land hand, but I'm just gonna do it this time around. I'm gonna go Tinybones Joins Up to trade with their threat. I wonder if they're gonna attack. They do. Definitely gonna get rid of that. So now the move is, even though we didn't draw another land, we still got 2. Get rid of Phineas, and we're gonna try to frustrate her opponent, because we still got a go for the throat, so we have plenty of options to slow them down. Okay, we got her another land that we needed. So what's the move, you may ask? I'm gonna go for the skeleton. I'm gonna go for another Tinybones, because the Tinybones automatically makes me trade with their creature because they don't want me to. Ooh, very interesting. And they still attack. Very interesting too. They have to. I mean, what are they gonna do? I don't think they play any removal. So our skeleton is pretty strong. We're going to swing with our skeleton. Yeah, we just keep bringing on the threats. Do that, make him lose a card. I just want to dish out more damage than them, so I'm going to bring this out. I was going to Hopeless Nightmare, making their options even more barren, but... So they get their big bad card that they love, but it's okay. Oh, whoa, did I say it's okay? It's definitely okay. Alright, so how do we do this? I'll tell you how. We're gonna first... I want to do damage to our opponent too. So the Hopeless Nightmare is gonna have to, but then you could go double creature next turn. Either way. I just want to get a lot of damage in. This is how we're gonna do it. Trying to figure this out. So the reason why I did it this way is because My skeleton has menace on it, so I could take out 2 of those little bunnies with it. And on top of that, I was thinking about saving the case to get it solved, but in my deck, I'm trying to think what I'd even want to get with it, so honestly I'm just wasting mana without having anything on the field, so it's just all about what I can keep on the board, and that is definitely going to mess it up, but oops. Okay, so what's the move? Move is to not die. So we just play it, I mean, what else are we supposed to do? Yeah, this one I think we got outplayed, honestly. What a shame. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and take care. Have a good day.